time in the history of the church. This is a very shocking hour in the history of the church, and anything can happen at this hour. Anything can happen to the church. Anything can happen to the nations of the earth. And I see a lot of healing that is coming in this country here and many other nations that will be tuned in at that time. And this is a very unbelievable time in the history of the church. The latter glory of the Lord is here. The promised latter wine is now here, saying this is the prime hour for the church in the eyes of the nations of the earth. The Lord is reestablishing without any speck of a doubt that this religion of the cross is the one and only worthy religion that brings people to heaven. The Lord has remembered the house of the Lord. He has remembered the believer, the Christian believer. And then I see a big, unbelievably humongous power of the Lord that will fall down into this land. And for those that will tune in from abroad and visit them, visit their people, restore them, and establish the testimony of Jesus in the lives of the people, in the lives of the nations. This is a very powerful moment that Kenya needs to seize off like this. And the other nations too can seize this moment, because it is the same broadcast, it is going to be the same decree, it is going to be the same command, and then the Lord, whose arm is not too short to deliver you, will do mighty works on the face of this earth. Time has passed. The Messiah is coming. Before then, there is a big visitation accessible to all people. The Messiah is coming. When this year began, the Lord already showed me the entry of the church into eternity. So the question is that when the Lord spoke that January 15th, the year 2017, about the entry of the church into eternity. Remember, the life on this earth is temporary. Whether you live 100 years in the U.S. or in whichever country has a lifespan of 100 years, there is eternity. Eternity is right ahead of us here, and we are sitting on the verge of eternity. And the sooner you start thinking of where you spend your eternity, the better for you. And so the question then becomes, since the Lord spoke to me in January 15th, 2017, about the entry of the church into eternity, and the garment that was described, the garment of righteousness, the garment of holiness. Now that the year is ending, what major gains have you made this year towards preparing for your eternity? I think those are going to be the main substantive questions that people will have to ask themselves in the course of this week, before the year ends. If you do a stock taking, if you take a spiritual audit of your life as a person, leave alone the church now, leave alone being a bishop, a pastor, whosoever. If you take a personal spiritual audit, what substantive milestone, gain have you made ever since the Lord spoke to his servant about the entry of the church into eternity? Or are you still stagnating and mark timing at the same place? I think these are some of the major substantive questions that you will have to confront as this year comes to an end this week. This is the one about whom the Lord said he would send a messenger to prepare the way for the glorious coming of the Messiah. Beloved people, prepare for a major visitation this coming Sunday. And may the Lord bless you. I have seen the coming of the Messiah. Shalom, shalom.